Shalom, brothers and sisters. So I've mentioned before, and I'll probably do a video just on this to highlight who I think is on what project for the Antichrist. Um, Different countries are being used as testing grounds for different parts of the beast system that's going to be all-encompassing over the world once we're gone. Like Canada with assisted suicide, for example. China with absolute control and social scoring credit systems and those kind of things. Australia is doing their part now as well. There's various projects that you can clearly see is specifically run by various countries as testing grounds to see how the thing works and where the tweaks are needed for the final version. Mark of the Beast up there in Europe and those kind of places. Suppressing dissent, Australia's draconian bill and the erosion of individual liberties across the West. The ambiguous definitions and unchecked powers granted by Australia's proposed bill raise concerns about the erosion of diversity of opinions and important discussions and inquiry. Sorry, this is Kelly. She's very needy because it's so cold today. Come, girl. In a turn of events consistent with limits on freedom of speech across the Western world, Australia's federal executive government, the Albanese government, has proposed a bill that poses a direct threat to free speech and individual liberties. This totalitarian and draconian legislation, named the Communication Legislation Amendment Bill of 2023, will transform Australia into a country reminiscent of communist China, where everything works in that system. Stifling dissent and controlling information dissemination to enforce central government narrative. It is described as a harmless sounding bill to amend communication laws, but its true intentions are far from benign. You have to look through this. The proposed legislation empowers the Australian Communications and Media Authority, ACMA, a government body, to unilaterally determine what is true or false online. Any content on social media platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, blogs, podcasts, YouTube, and more, will be subject to scrutiny by ACMA. Massive civil and criminal penalties will be imposed if deemed false or in violation of the codes of practice, including fines of up to $500,000. They decide what's false and what isn't false. You report on it, they don't like it, they shut you down, they fine you, or they lock you up. Do you see where this is going? The legislation will effectively silence every Australian citizen, eradicating their voice in the digital realm. It is supremely ironic that while advocating for the voice of Indigenous Australians to be heard, the Albanese Labor government is on the brink of removing the voice of every Australian, regardless of background or ethnicity. Well done, Albanese. Now, just saying you want to make sure that a voice is heard, the best way to do that and make sure everyone is equal, to make sure that no one's voice is heard. Because now you're all equal. You're all ruled by a minority who controls everything. So help you. That's not a world that I'm subscribing to. And that's not a place where I want to raise my kids or have my pets happily living their lives. No. No, thank you. No ways. Out of here. Gonna find me something that can reach up there and grab that freaking angel's ankle and give him a tug. So that he can wake up. We definitely not long for this place anymore. God bless. Keep looking up. Shalom.